whether it's a band-aid or... Okay, I'm rolling.
Buddy, you're from a relatively rural area, and yet you voted for the attempt to substitute House Bill 3 for the committee substitute for Senate Bill 1. What was your reason for voting that way?
Well, two reasons. Number one, the bill that Coleman was promoting did not hurt my district. The school districts in my legislative district came out very well under the bill, almost as well as they did under the House bill. But the bigger question is, what's it going to do to all the other school districts in the state? And Coleman put a lot more money into equalization, which is the direction we need to be heading. And I felt that it was just overall a much better bill, and probably would go a long way toward keeping us out of the federal courthouse, which I fear that the House bill will not do.
Do you consider the bill that has been passed by the House at this point a sort of a band-aid on the whole situation of school finance?
I don't know whether I'd call it a band-aid or not. It's a much better bill than I thought we would pass, to be perfectly honest about it. I'm not totally dissatisfied with the House bill. I did vote for it on final passage, and feel that it will do a pretty good job, but it doesn't put enough money into the equalization program, and that's why I preferred the Coleman bill over the House bill.
Some month in 1970, strikes me June, but I've really forgotten. And when Texas passed the legislation authorizing counties to pass the ordinances,
it repeated that date.
It repeated
that whatever date.
In the meantime, the federal law was amended. It's been extended, but the state law hadn't. And 3-4 weeks ago, the Attorney General issued an opinion. You can take it from there.
Yeah. That questions the validity of flood insurance since 1973. And he will open the call to that.
There's 5 issues.
Yeah, what is it? Nursing homes, sunset bonds, CDOC, floodplain, and Tarrant County, right.
What are sunset? What's the problem in the sunset?
Okay, Senator, what is it you want to do?
Well, I like the House version better than the Senate version, and I'd like to make a substitute motion after Senator Mosey makes his motion not to concur and that conferees be appointed. I'm going to make a motion to concur, and if so advised Lieutenant Governor, and he'll recognize me for that purpose. But there's an additional problem that when we had that agreement this morning we weren't aware of. It seems that there are some errors in the House bill, and there's some question as to how they should be corrected. Of course, if we appoint a conference committee and limit it to just correcting those errors, typographical, and 2 or 3 others that have been pointed out to the committee, is one way to do it. Another way to do it, in the same legislative day by a simple majority, the House could recall the bill and make the corrections themselves on the floor and then resubmit it to the Senate. The third is that if my motion to concur prevail, then we could, by a simple resolution, or by a resolution of both houses, a concurrent resolution, agree to correct stipulated mistakes in the bill.
Shall promptly report and recommend whether the Senate should concur in any or all of the House amendments.
Mr. Chairman,
Senator Jonesbury.
I'm sorry.
That rule reads to me as though we can draw up a series of specifications of changes we'd like to see if they're willing to recall the bill and make those changes. So that in effect we could sit as conferees as a full Senate.
Well, Mr. Chairman, the same thing happened in regard to the motions to instruct the conference committee. I mean, it's one horse is just like another.
It's in the bill, and the motion to concur prevails. Then by a joint resolution, we can correct those errors that might exist in the bill. And in my opinion, I think this would probably be the better choice rather than have the House recall the bill, but that's a matter of opinion. I think what we have to look at, and Senator Mosey's aware of it, and I certainly am, I think all of us are, is whether or not that motion to concur would prevail, whether it's recommended out of this committee of the whole or whether it's done by the Senate. You're going to have two series of actions regardless.
House members. Move the rise and report to the Senate.
I'm going to recognize that right now because I want to make sure, first of all, everybody's here, and secondly,
Do you desire any further discussion or any further
Mr. Chairman,
explanation of this material?
Could I suggest that if anybody didn't want one more explanation, they could vote no on the motion, and we can determine whether or not people want to stay or not.
Would you entertain a substitute motion?
All right, now I'll recognize you for your motion.
Move the rise and report with the recommendation that we take the House amendments.
the instructions to the Senate, if we're accepting the recommendation, I'm sorry.
Well,
Senator Creighton moves that the committee rise and report progress, and
That committee recommend to the Senate that the Senate concur in House amendments to Senate Bill 1.
Mr. Chairman, does everyone here understand exactly what all the changes are? I don't, and I wouldn't mind hearing something today.
Well, I'm sorry if you don't. Senator Truon.
That we report to the Senate that we not concur with the House amendments to Senate Bill 1 and that we request the appointment of a conference committee.
Senator Creighton moves in effect that we concur in House amendments. Senator Truon has a substitute motion. Conference committee.
Mr. President,
As many as favor the substitute motion. It's a available motion, yes, sir. All right. The vote will recur on the substitute motion. Senator Aiken's recognized. May I have your attention for just a minute? There's a whole lot of difference in having a conference occurs on the substitute motion by Senator Truon. Substitute motion is that the committee rise and report progress and recommend to the Senate that it not concur in House amendments to Senate Bill 1, but refuse to concur and request the appointment of a conference committee. Secretary will call the roll. Not to concur.
No. Aiken.
No.
Endicott.
No.
Brockman.
No.
Brooks. Flower.
No.
Creighton.
No.
Dawkins.
No.
Fairby.
No.
Harris. Jones and Harris. Jones and Taylor.
No.
Copeland. Lombardino.
You
Longoria.
voted wrong. That's not the way it was put.
Aye.
Wants a yes vote. 8 ayes and 22 noes.
There being 8 ayes and 22 noes, the motion is lost. Question recurs on the original motion of Senator Creighton that the committee rise and report progress and recommend to the Senate that it concur in House amendments to Senate Bill 1. Secretary will call the roll.
Hobby. Adams. Farabee. Hance. Harris. Jones of Harris. Jones of Taylor. Cothman.
Y'all want to vote the same time? I'll damn sure make a motion.
Okay, I'm with you. You get your motion up, you got to vote here, Senator.
Get ready.
There being 23 ayes and 7 noes, the motion is carried. Committee rises and reports progress.
Senator, what was the reason that you opposed that motion to concur?
Well, we've had very little time to consider the bill in the committee of the whole. There were, every time someone would speak, there was some other provision that I would find out something that was in the bill, such as shortening the school days, number of school days, and that's going to materially decrease dollars for local districts and what they've done to special education. And I really didn't have an opportunity to know what is in the bill. We've considered it so hurriedly, so I couldn't cast an intelligent vote to vote in favor of it or not, so I just voted against reporting it because I wanted to have more committee consideration.
Senator, what was the reason that you voted both against the original bill and against, just now, against concurring with the House?
Because in the law right now says that if Houston Independent School District wants to raise taxes, they have to go and ask and get the consent of the people. Houston Independent School District made a deal, and to support this bill, that provision of the law was removed, and I do not think that that is a fair thing to do, and it is certainly not a way to build confidence in government, is for the school district to cut deals up here in the legislature when they know they can't get their way with the people. Secondly, I think that the career teachers weren't given enough pay. The beginning teachers, where it was emphasized, I think is the wrong place. And thirdly, is the appointed board that they're setting up that is going to be able to dictate to the different school districts the taxes they must pay or lose their state funds and accreditation. And I think that's a poor way to do government, and I don't want to have any part of it.